Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. What if we were radio show hosts?
I feel like the people that listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts were like radio
You know what's wild?
hosts to them.
Radios are basically podcasts, but they play music, and they're 24 hours.
Oh.
Like,
Wow.
it's not really a new concept. It's just people talking.
No, it's not.
So, we're not
I guess
that
they
cool.
just, I don't know. Radio hosts?
Radio hosts.
We're like podcast hosts.
Yeah.
How funny would it be if we were like, we talked about something and then it was like, all right, right after this we'll be back, and then it was like this random like
The Grudge by Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, like some random song came on and then it was like, all right, thanks guys, we're back, blah, blah, blah. Now let's get into it.
Yeah, interesting.
Like ads, but instead of ads, it's just music.
Yeah.
It's just a song you have to listen to.
Yeah.
That's the ad.
Yeah. Okay, before I'm going to do can we do question of the week before we do scale 1 to 10?
Sure.
Okay, we're switching it up. Speaking of Olivia Rodrigo, did you listen to the song I sent you?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So Olivia Rodrigo came out with a new album called Guts. Don't like that name of the album. Gross. However, she has 2 songs. One that you've already said you don't like, Vampire.
It's not that I don't like it, it's just all of her music sounds the same to
Okay,
me.
so that's part of the question. So Vampire and The Grudge, I feel like are the same song, but The Grudge is better.
Like same
What
song,
do you
different
think-
font almost.
Yeah, but what did you think of? That's literally the question. What did you think
I
of
don't
The
think
Grudge?
it was bad. It wasn't a bad song. I just think, I don't know. I feel like the only reason I know Olivia Rodrigo, no disrespect to Olivia Rodrigo, I don't know her personally, but I only know her because of the fact that it was like all of the hype, a couple, I don't know how many, but she was dating some guy and then they broke up, he
Joshua
broke her heart,
Bassett,
whatever.
She wrote
And then
Driver's
she
License.
had that out, then she had that album come out, and then now there's this one.
Did you like the first album?
I think I liked it only personally because I was also going through something, so I was like, wow, this is wow. But now I feel like every song she puts out, it's just about like some guy breaking her heart. But then again, like it obviously she knows her demographic.
That's true.
Heartbroken teenage girls and 20-year-olds. So there you go.
I feel like that's also like if you think about what kind of music is being written, like I think also because that's one of the strongest emotions somebody can feel is like heartbreak. Is that she's gonna write about that. But they think that The Grudge is about Taylor Swift. Funny enough.
Interesting. I've also heard this.
It seems like a very like heartbroken like relationship heartbreak.
About Taylor Swift?
No, in The Grudge. Like a boyfriend. So I don't understand why it's about Taylor Swift.
I don't know
I don't know if I buy it.
I don't know. I just feel like she needs to, like, I don't know.
She announced another tour, too. Which I'm like, girl, you just got back from a tour.
I just feel like she needs to mix it up. She needs to add a variety. Like, don't get me wrong. Taylor Swift is known for writing breakup songs. But she also adds in some good, she has, like, a variety. It's not all, like, I mean, there might be, like, a couple, I haven't listened to all the albums. I don't know all the songs off the top of my head. But there might be, like, one album or, like that has mostly, like, some, like, heartbreak songs or, like, happy songs or whatever. But
you're right. She does make, like, she has 22. That's just about being 22 in that heartbreak album.
What a great time. So,
Anyways.
I don't know. Her music isn't bad. It's just, I also think it's one of those where it's, like, I don't know. I liked it a lot more when it resonated.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I think the reason why I like The Grudge so much is because it resonates with me, which is like terrible. It's that's fair. Not the nicest song.
I mean, I feel like it's not that it doesn't resonate like at all. It's just like obviously if you've ever been heartbroken before, it's gonna resonate. Yeah. But it's just not something where I'm just like I'm not sitting in that currently.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's not like it is like okay, like these lyrics I'm like okay. But it's not something where I'm like I don't want to sit in this.
I know. It's not a good I want
to listen to some bops.
I've learned that like I need to stop listening to it because a lot of songs I can't listen to anymore because it like puts me back in that like headspace.
Isn't it so wild how music can do that to you?
But I think that goes to show like the stuff you pour into you like really affects.
Yeah, I mean that's what they say like on the same type of, it's kind of the same kind of not, but like how, like the type of music you're listening to, like how you said, really impacts you. So if you're gonna listen to music that says a lot of provocative and, you know.
That's why it's a red flag when people...
Love a good party song, but sometimes it's not good to listen to. Like if you actually listen, like if you actually looked at the lyrics
of some of these songs,
you'd probably be like, huh? Like what?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, even some of the songs we listened to when we were in like junior high that like you don't really listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad.
Like I don't think anybody, I don't know if this is like on anybody's radar right now, but do you know what, I don't know what is going on through Doja Cat's brain right now.
Oh, I don't like Doja Cat.
So I liked her at first because like the Moo song or whatever, like I thought it was fine. It was all good. Like
the Moo song?
She has a song called Moo.
Fun.
I don't know. It's funny. But anyway, the music was like kind of catchy, kind of good. And then there was one music video where it was just like, that's questionable. And then most recently, I literally like was blown away. I was like, how is this even out and how is no one talking about this? Which is like, gets into another thing. But in her music video, I don't know what it's called, but I want to say it's literally called Demons, and she's literally like dressed in all black, hanging upside down from the ceiling with red eyes. And I'm like, how is no one talking about this? That's so scary, right?
I don't like that.
Yeah, so anyway, so I don't listen to Doja Cat anymore because I'm like, I don't know, first of all, one, why is no one talking about this?
Yeah.
That just like shows how wild the society we live in is.
I didn't even know about it. Maybe because she's not popular enough? Is she pretty popular?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. She hasn't come out with a song like
Karma.
recently.
She was in Karma, the Karma remix.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I was like, whoa.
That's interesting because in that like Karma music video that she was in, Taylor Swift was accused of being a devil worshiper in that.
Yeah, so. I don't know. That's just not for me. Like, that's just so weird to me.
Not for me.
Like, I think Sam Smith did a performance.
Yeah, didn't like that.
He was dressed up as like Satan or somebody, and it was just like, oh. I don't know, like, if I was a celebrity, I don't even, like, even morally now I wouldn't do it.
I don't think people care. Like, if you don't believe in, like, Satan and God, like, what's the problem of dressing up like Satan if you don't believe he exists?
I don't know. It's just a little strange.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange. Stay away.
All right.
Stay away from that. Anyways, that was a long intro.
But
welcome.
Had to be said. Had to be said. There's our takes for
today.
Right now.
We're talking about love languages. So exciting.
We never did scale 1 to 10.
Yeah, but I was going to say, but first, Hailey Michelle Bird. You know,
you saying my full government name?
Because I was talking to Sarah the other day, and I was like, oh, middle names. Your full government name.
Not my
How are
full
you doing?
Government name.
I'm
doing okay. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Today was a long day. I was telling Brie. Today was a long day. Got like a busy 2 weeks. Like this week and next week.
That's a loud one.
Can I speak? God. I've got just like a busy like 2 weeks coming up.
Yeah.
And it's just go time. And Hailey is like, wait. Like, I'm like that train. Like, the train's like, and I'm like, wait for me. So, yeah, I mean, work was crazy. I did have dinner with my mom.
Fun.
So, that was good for the soul. That was good for the soul.
Yeah.
She was good. We just, it's funny because she gets off work earlier than I do, so by the time I come home, like, we just, like, basically are just like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this? Like not gossiping, but we're just like, oh, let me tell you about my day, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll just talk about anything and everything, so it's good for the soul.
Yeah, I love that.
Good for the soul.
Good.
So, how about you?
But you never said what number you are.
Oh, sorry, of course. Guys, my brain is fried.
It's okay. It's the end of the day.
I'd probably say I'm like a 7.
Okay. That's pretty average.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah.
We've got some sweet tea here, so
that sweet tea is so good.
It's very
so
sweet.
Good. It's so much sugar though.
Yeah. But it's traditional Southern sweet tea.
It's worth it. I would say I'm a 7 too. Okay, here's what Brie's been struggling with this week. If I'm gonna like open up and be real, I've been struggling with like I'm usually not an angry person. Like I'm usually I just don't get angry that often.
You don't.
I have gotten like so angry this week. Like multiple times I've had to like walk away not at work stuff, but just at like life stuff that has come up while I'm working, and I'm just like, okay, I need to take a walk, and I'll like text Hailey or something. But yeah, I've just been like little bursts of anger, and I don't like that. It like kind of scares me.
You're like turning into me.
No, don't.
I'm just kidding. You're
no.
I
mean, anything. If I am turning into you, it would be good point. It would be the good parts, you know.
That's good. I'm just kidding.
And I don't think you're an angry person. I think it's something that I'm working on, and it's like a stage of I don't even know. I'm working through it though. It's gonna be fine.
No, I
it's
feel
just
you.
it's literally just this week. It's just like things that have come up. Like people make me angry sometimes.
No,
you know?
I agree.
And like I still,
no,
it's
I
great.
agree because some of the things you've texted me about, I've also been upset about. So I think it's just hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
I consider both of us people pleasers.
Yeah,
I would say.
And I feel like when I feel like I'm letting people down, or I feel like people are like speaking for me, it's just hard. Yeah.
It's just I think I don't even know. Brain's fried.
Brain is fried.
Brain's fried.
I think that's part of it
hard.
too, is like because my brain is fried, it's like going towards like fight instead of flight, which doesn't make any sense, but I'm just like too tired to fight, you know?
Well, yeah, and then it's also like whatever's happening like at work or like at home or like outside of all of it. It just
adds up.
It could like
and it could be literally nothing.
It snowballs. Yeah, and it could just be like, this person could be like, hey, can you help me out with this? And you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's literally what happened today. Like someone asked for help, and I was like, why do you need my help?
Like, this is not my job. You do it.
That was
type
funny.
Of thing.
Yeah. So that was really interesting. And then people text you that they're going to be late to things, so that's fun. Anyways, okay. Speaking about anger, let's talk about love. Love is kind of the opposite. Because it's kind of the opposite of anger, right?
Okay.
Because I wouldn't say that hate is the opposite of love. I'd say like complacency is the opposite of love. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, we wanted to talk about love languages today because I feel like a lot of times it's hard. You get stuck in like, okay, these are my love languages. How can like I love people in my love languages? But it's important to realize like, oh, not everybody has like the same order of love languages. Like everybody needs the 5 love languages.
The 5. Will we have them up on the screen?
Yeah. No, that's too much work. We're just gonna say them, and you guys can write them down.
Just the words. Is that too much work?
No, it takes forever.
Does it really?
Yeah, because you gotta type it. Ugh. Editing skills, man, not there. Need Jack Barry.
I wonder how he's doing.
Jack, if you're watching this,
can you comment on this video if you're listening to this?
It's okay. He's not watching, but
or shoot us a text. That'd be nice.
Let us know how your apartment is.
Just want to know how you're doing. All right. Anyway, sorry. Do a little promo for Jack Barry. All right. Okay. Back to what we're doing.
Back to love languages. Hailey, what are the 5 love languages?
Well, thanks for asking, Brie.
You're welcome.
The 5 love languages are quality time, gifts, physical touch, words of affirmation, and acts of service. Those are the top 5.
Those are the 5.
And the only 5.
Those are the only ways you can feel love.
Only 5.
They're very strict. Okay. I forget who created this like theory. I think it was like Chapman. His last name was Chapman.
Dr. Gary Chapman.
Oh, Gary Chapman.
Yes.
What's this website that we're getting this from?
Great question.
Hailey's gonna come up with that, but it's a study from 1992 that this guy did on
friendshipwithintention.com is where we are pulling our information from.
Shout out to that resource. Anyways, it was a study that this guy did on specifically couples, but then I think he did further study and was like, oh, this is like just for like couples and friendships in general. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of trying to talk about like the whole shebang: relationships, friendships, acquaintances, coworkers, because everybody has these 5 love languages, and like where do people feel loved? How can you make people feel loved? Because I think that's something that's so important, is like part of making people feel known and seen is like making them feel loved.
See.
So let's talk about this. Why are these important?
Why are these important? I think they're important for any friendship, relationship, like, that you have.
Yeah.
Whether that be family, friends, romantic, like, acquaintance, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, acquaintance, you can figure that out
I think
later,
acquaintances,
but, yeah, but it's good to know, because then that way you're able to, like, see how to, like, sometimes it's better to communicate with someone in a certain way. Like, sometimes it's better to handle situations in a certain way. Like, it helps you figure out how to, like, fully understand the person.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. And I think with that is, like, it grows your sense of, like, empathy for people. Because it's like, okay, if you are thinking about, like, somebody's love languages, you're thinking about, okay, how can I make them feel loved? Oh, I kind of talked to them the other day and they were feeling down. So, like, if their thing is, like, acts of service, like, let me do something for them. Or if it's gifts,
let me buy them a coffee.
Let me do something.
Take them out to lunch. Like, something like that. So, like, So,
like, knowing how to cheer people up, knowing how to encourage people in, like, maybe times of, like, ambition of, like, they're trying to accomplish things. Like, how can you encourage? So, it's just, like, all around, like, good thing. I also think, like, selfishly, like, learning about love languages, well, it's funny because, like, in a selfish way, like, in a individual way, like, it makes you more selfless.
Yes.
Because you're thinking about others. So I think, like, in a way, like, thinking about love languages, learning your own love languages and learning other people's love languages pushes you towards others and pushes you out of thoughts of, like, just, like, yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And then what we'll talk about in a bit is, like, there's, like, love languages that, like, we are good at receiving, love languages we're not so good at receiving, and then love languages we're good at practicing, and then ones we're not so good at practicing. So, like, it's also kind of like a personal growth journey. Like, okay, I am not good at words of affirmation.
Yeah.
How do I improve that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an interesting cycle of things. So, Hailey, do you know what your order of, like, the 5 love languages?
I haven't taken the test in a while, but I could probably tell you.
Okay.
Just looking at the list. I could give my best educated guess.
Give your list.
I'm pretty sure my top one was quality time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I remember that being my top one.
Maybe I'll list these out. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure quality time was my top one. Okay. Next one I would say is words of affirmation.
Oh, okay.
Following one I would say is acts of service.
Okay.
Gifts, physical touches last.
So funny. Because you want to hear mine?
Maybe, sure, I'd love to hear.
I'm wondering if I put them side by side if they're the exact opposites. Because mine is gifts, physical touch.
They're not the exact opposite, but they're close.
Yeah, words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time.
Quality time's your last one?
Yeah. But that is very interesting to me. Because
there are, like,
they're closely opposite. What's interesting, though, is, like, physical touch is, like, top 2. And I feel like that kind of replaced I think that's why quality time is so low. Because quality time is partially in physical touch. You know? And I feel terrible saying that quality time is low. It's, like, my last one. But
who needs to hang out with people?
That's not it. See, that's
I'm just kidding.
It. Like, I love hanging out with people. If you don't hang out with people, you don't have relationships with people.
Yeah.
But I think, like, if I don't hang out with you for a week, like, I don't feel like rejected.
No, yeah.
By that, or I don't feel not pursued. I guess.
Yeah.
In that way. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So I also think there's a lot of misconceptions about some of these love languages.
See.
I mean, I can talk about the ones that I think that they're missed. Do you have any, like, that you're like, oh yeah, people like quality time? Like, what does quality time mean for you?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it could just range from, like, I don't know. I'm not a big person where, like, you have to be, I don't know. Like, it doesn't, like, I can be the type of person that's like, hey, like, do you want to, like, get together this Friday or whatever, like, go somewhere or hang out, like, I don't know, I just feed off of people.
Yeah.
So, like,
you're an extrovert.
But I also don't need somebody to be like, hey, like, let's plan something, blah, blah, blah. Like somebody could literally call me and be like, hey, I'm going to go run some errands. Like, do you just want to hang out? Like, do you just want to, like, hop in the car and let's go? Like, that's fine. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it does, like, because my top one's quality time doesn't mean that I need, like, things, like, pre-planned.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
But are there specific things that you, like, want to happen in that quality time? Or is it just, like, literally just being, like,
I think it's literally just company.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think the one that, like, I think I get self-conscious a lot about saying that, like, gifts is my number one, because, like, I feel like it makes me feel materialistic. But it's more than just, like, spending money on me. Like, that's not really...
You can give someone a gift by not spending money on them.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think, like, the main thing of it is, like, during the day or, like, during the week or whenever they bought the gift, they were thinking about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and, like, that, like, getting something or receiving, like, whether it's, like, a card or, like, even flowers or, like, something like that was, like, oh, they were out in the day and, like, they thought about me.
Yeah.
Knowing that...
Your birthday came up?
My birthday came up? Yeah, like, people knowing me and, like, thinking about me outside of spending time with me, like, makes me feel really loved. So, like, even if somebody texts me, because, like, words of aff is, like, third. So, like, even if someone texts me throughout the day, like, hey, thinking about you, like, that makes me feel so special and, like, loved, you know?
I love that.
Jeez. Oh, no. I'm going to get a sappy text from Hailey.
Dear Brianna. You're my favorite.
I love you so much.
No, we text all the time, so it doesn't.
We do,
yeah. We have no time for sappy text. It's 24/7 texting. No, but that's good.
Yeah. So, and I think what's interesting is that the one that I struggle with the most is words of affirmation. Is there one, like, to give? Is there one that you struggle with the most? To give? Yeah.
Physical touch. Hands down.
Ooh.
Hands down.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just not a, like...
huggy person?
Yeah. I'm not a touchy person.
Yeah.
And, like, I honestly... like, I have, like, I just don't really hug people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not... that's just not something... not that I just grew up... I just, like... I mean, like, my parents love me. Don't get me wrong. They're watching this and they're like, what did we do to you? I just am just not a very affectionate person.
I mean,
and
that's fair.
so, like, I have a friend, one of my best friends, Caitlin. Like, I can probably count on one hand the amount of times we've hugged, and we've been friends for, like, 3 years, almost 4 years. So it literally, like I can't. I don't know how many times we hug. Like,
you hug me when I need it.
Yeah. That's
thing.
fair. But, like, I just am not a big, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not something that's like, I need this.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm like, oh, hey, like, someone's upset, like, I'm going to give them a hug. Or, like, oh, my gosh, I haven't seen you in a while. Like, I give you a hug, but I'm not going to be like, oh, my gosh.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question. So, like, here's where I struggle with. Like, in church, okay? Like, when I see somebody crying, like, as they're, like, worshiping or as they're singing or as they're praying, like, my initial reaction is to, like, go up and hug them. But I've realized, not everybody's love language is physical touch. But, like, for you, like, if you were, like, sitting in church and, like, you were crying or, like, you were going through something, do you want that, like, even if it's just like a hand on the like back or something.
I don't think I would be against it.
But like, what do you need in that moment is like, cause it's maybe not. Is it physical touch? Like, are there times where you do want that? I guess
technically it's physical touch, but then I would just look at it. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, this person's touching me. Sure. I think it would be more as like the way that I would look at it is like, oh, this person's trying to comfort me.
Okay.
And so by that I look at it like this person like wants to be with me in this moment.
Can you make sure your mic is screwed? Going? Just make sure it's screwed.
Sorry.
That's okay. Anyways, so you're saying you feel confident.
I would look like I would be okay with it. But I mean, it's something that I'm like working through, but I also like am acknowledging, I think growing up it was just one of those where it was like, I remember I did love languages in high school, and it was like, these are my love languages and this is all that I'm gonna show people. So I was really good at like quality time and whatever because that's what like also like I liked. So but as getting older and have different friendships and like having relationships and trying to figure that out, like just because like I had an ex where like physical touch was like one of their top, and it wasn't like anything weird. It was just like, if we're walking down the street and he wants to hold my hand, or like, hey, I'm like he's gonna come give me a hug or whatever, and like to me I'm just like, ooh, but like I don't know, and it wasn't him, it was just me, but it was one of those where it's like, okay, like this is something that he needs, so like it's not gonna kill me to hold this guy's hand as I'm walking down the street, or to give him a hug, or whatever.
I will say, like, you are good at like recognizing when people need that, like there's been several times where you've come up to me and like given me a hug, or like you know, so like
it doesn't kill me.
I get that it doesn't come naturally, but you
I have to learn, like, just because it's like on my low end of my scale, like I need to learn how to like be good at that so I can show other people, because most likely God will probably laugh in my face and give me somebody who I will marry who like their top one's going to be physical touch, and I'm like, how do I
80% of men, their love language is physical touch,
so it's bound to happen.
Wild, crazy. So mine, that I struggle with is words of affirmation. I also am struggling because I don't know if like maybe this was just like because somebody told me this that I'm like, oh yeah, I suck at like words of affirmation. Like,
I don't think you suck at words of affirmation.
Yeah, there's other people that think differently. Well, another person that thinks differently. But I think because of that, like I've been very careful in this last year to like make sure that I'm affirming people. And like making sure that it's genuine and like not like a sappy like you're loved because God loves you, you know, kind of thing. So that's something in the past year that I've worked really hard on to like, okay, I want to make sure that, because like that, I think I make myself feel so uncomfortable and so awkward. I'm also better at texting or like writing words of affirmation than like saying it straight to somebody's face. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard for me to like look at you and like affirm you. Because I'm like, I think I just put a lot of pressure on myself. I don't know.
Very interesting.
It is interesting. Anyways, bottom line. I think it's cool that we both recognize like, oh yeah, like physical touch, words of aff, like things we need to work on. And like we are. Like, hey, go team. Doing great.
Look at us.
Look at us. Okay, here's a question. A coworker or like someone you're not super close with, who you don't know super well, how do you figure out how do you love them without knowing what their love language is?
Well, I feel like a coworker, like it's not going to be as easy to figure out as like a good friend. But you work with them so much that I feel like that as long as you are like acknowledging them and like having conversations with them, I feel like you could pick it up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I think I kind of rotate them too, because I feel like
in a way, just doing that, like just doing a little bit of everything and seeing what they like
respond too well.
Then that's a good way.
Because like I think sometimes I need to remind myself that we all have 5 love, like we all need the 5 love languages. Like even though you don't like physical touch, like,
you still need it.
You still need a little bit of it. So like that's a good way to start, is just like going through them, like, oh, I got them a coffee one day, or like, oh, like did this like job for them instead of having them do it, or like encouraging them, like shouting them out. This is a good thing, honestly. I think that the love languages test and like the love language study should be done at work, and like Enneagram and like personality tests, because it's, if you don't know your people super well, like you kind of need something to like A, be like an icebreaker, or B, be like, okay, how can we go deeper? Like even as a manager, like how can I like love my...
No, I do think that's true. Like how we did at church for high school ministry. It wasn't love language and it wasn't Enneagram, but kind of.
It's the real colors test.
I don't know if anybody's heard about it, but there's...
It's a good one.
Blue, orange, gold, and green.
Blue, orange, gold, green. Yeah.
And so like there's those 4 categories that you can fit into, and like you like basically take a test and then it'll say like what like kind of like what you are based off of like what color you are, and like how best to like communicate and work with somebody that like is one of those colors, because like a part of our team, I think we have one of everybody.
Well, I think our team is mostly the blue color.
It's mostly blue, but we do have
a couple other
colors. We have quite a bit of gold.
Yeah.
I think gold is second, and then orange, and I want to say green.
I don't think there's anyone that's orange. Tucker's orange. That's it.
Tucker's somebody. He's not nobody.
Tucker, we love you. Happy late birthday to Tucker.
I know.
Tragic. Missing his party.
Happy late birthday, Tucker. No, yeah, but it's good to know, because like we went through this whole training about it.
Yeah.
And we got to know everybody. Like we went through every single person. We like told everybody what the results of our tests were, and we were able to like better understand each other based off of that. So like if we ever had like an issue with this person, or like wanted to acknowledge them for something, or like give them some encouragement, like it literally told you exactly like what you should do, because this is what this person is good at. So I do think that should be implemented in like workspaces and
I
like
really do.
Different things.
But there's always going to be people that like don't want to do it, or like don't agree with.
No, I get it. I get it. But
yeah, I get it. But also like it's so good like to understand people.
It is good.
So, okay, let's go through as we're closing out, like going through the 5 love languages. What are examples of these?
Okay.
We'll start with gifts.
Gifts.
I've already said them.
Gifts.
For girls, flowers. For guys too. I think
you can give a guy a flower.
I think guys need to be given flowers more often. Low key, that should have been my POV. Flowers, cards, letters, even like jewelry, like for girls. Like
gifts can be on like both sides. Like how I said earlier, like you can buy somebody something and like you could buy them flowers, jewelry, I don't know, like whatever you wanted at the store. Or it could literally be something as little as like, oh, I picked this flower on my walk for you. It reminded me of you. Oh, I wrote you this letter. Yeah. Like that, to me, that's still a gift.
Yeah. It is. Pictures, like when someone prints out a picture for me. Yeah. Like so cute.
That's a nice gift.
Yeah. Okay.
Gift cards.
Quality time.
Quality time.
Examples of quality time. What can you do?
Going out to eat.
Running errands.
Maybe doing playing a sport together.
Doing a weekend trip together.
Going on a hike.
Are we gonna go on a hike this weekend? Maybe.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. What was the other one? Physical touch.
Physical touch.
Here's some examples of physical touch for people who don't like physical touch.
A handshake.
Jeez Louise.
How you doing?
Side hug.
Side hug.
I honestly like high fives.
Wink.
Like when people give me high fives, I think it's so fun.
High five, fist bump,
head
handshake, side
there.
hug, a wink.
Yeah.
if you do enjoy physical touch.
If someone,
a kiss on the cheek.
When someone does my hair.
Respectfully.
Like, when someone, like, braids my hair or, like, plays with my hair. Like, I don't know if that's weird, but friends. Like, close
obviously.
friends.
Yeah.
If people like to do my hair, literally go for it. I think it's so relaxing.
It is relaxing.
Okay. Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Cards, like little letters you can send them.
Mm-hmm.
I send my girls
Text.
Monday affirmations for
Okay.
high school. So I'll send them little affirmations. Okay, go on Pinterest. Pinterest has a lot of, like, encouraging, like, words or, like, verses or, like, sayings that, like, I'll apply to my life, or I'll, like, be like, oh, this is good for, like, this person, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll text it to them. We're missing one.
Hold on.
Acts of service. I think that's the last one.
I think so. Yeah, acts of service.
Is this on your tops or is this on your lower?
Acts of service, I'm pretty sure, was my third one.
Okay. What are some acts of service?
Moving
somebody out of an apartment.
Yeah. Helping someone move. That's one.
That's a big act of service.
Brie, I think you've done this a couple of times where I would come to church and you're like, hey, I got you a coffee, or hey, I got you a cookie. That was very nice.
See, I would count that as a gift, though.
Oh, I count that as, like, an act of service.
Okay.
I don't know, because I've been like, I know you said
right.
you had a rough week, or like, hey, I know you said you were super tired this morning, so I got you this coffee. And I'm like, wow.
Good to know.
She likes me.
Aww. Good to know. Yeah, that's true.
Or just being like, hey, like, I don't know, like, even if, like, you, like, have roommates or you're living, I don't know, at home, or, like, you're at work and you're just, like, trying to clean up after yourself, and, like say if your boss or your roommate or, like your family walks in, or somebody from your family, and you're like, hey, like, I know you had a really busy day, or, like, I know last night was really stressful, so, like, I cleaned up the kitchen, or, like, I cleaned up the work area, like, just so you wouldn't walk in and super hectic.
Yeah.
I don't know, just being, like, considerate, I feel like, is an act of service.
True. The coffee one, I think that is such a good way to, like, show appreciation or love for someone, because if someone brings me coffee at work, immediate like love. I will do anything for you. Like, that is so nice. If someone brought me coffee the other day. Also, speaking of that, Starbucks is doing Thursday afternoon buy one get one free fall drinks.
I did hear about that.
So we should go.
I work.
Take it.
I know.
But it's 12 to, like, we can go after you work at, like, 7 o'clock.
All right.
Dang it. Well, I guess I gotta find another pumpkin drink. Yeah, friend. So tragic. Anyways, love languages.
Love languages.
Hope you've learned something.
If you haven't,
go look it up. You can probably find it there.
We've done our best.
We tried. Okay. Speaking of that, shall we go into POVs?
I think we may.
Are you going to want me to go first again? Or would you like to go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay. Ooh, I wonder if okay, see, the problem is I'll say these to, like, other people, so now I don't remember which one I've said. But I'll say this one. Okay. I definitely said this to my coworker already. Tell me if I've already said this. Having to keep emails as receipts is so annoying. I don't want to have to keep an email from a year ago to validate that, like, something was said. Like, at work, that happens all the time. They'll be like, can you document, like, when this was confirmed? And I'll have to go through my Outlook archived emails because Outlook at my work deletes emails every 2 months. So I can only have emails for 2 months in my inbox. So I have to manually save my emails so that at any point I can pull up a receipt for something that somebody else told me. And it's so annoying. Pro tip to all the newcomers to the corporate workspace: save your emails, because at any point somebody can be like, that was never said, and you can forward them an email saying, yes, it was.
I love keeping receipts.
It's so annoying, though. I hate it. Can't people just, like,
keeping text
get
receipts
it together?
Are my favorite.
That's unfortunate because I also don't have enough storage on my phone to keep all my texts.
Oh, I've got an album saved.
That is so funny.
My photos. Ready.
That's wild.
For anybody.
Ready for anybody. Okay, Hailey, what's your POV?
I would say that I've been known this, but one of my pet peeves is when a TV show season ends and they take forever to film and put out the next season. I don't have years to wait.
Are you thinking of a specific show?
There's been a couple of shows. Euphoria, I didn't get into a bunch, but I mean, and I get the writer's strike has a lot to do with it too recently, but I'm just like, well, if you did this before the writer's strike, maybe you would have been ahead of the game. Euphoria, like, I don't even remember when the last season came out, and I don't even think they've done any filming for it, and then one of the guys died, which made me so sad, Angus Cloud.
Yeah.
So that was really sad, because he was like one of the best characters on there.
No.
So...
That's so sad.
So now he's gone. Also,
what about Stranger Things? They took years to come out with
Stranger Things also taking so long. They still have signed up for like what, 1 or 2 more seasons?
I think so. I don't remember.
The Summer I Turned Pretty. Have they even
They
filmed?
did.
They did?
I think they just started.
Game of Thrones. They did some like not off brand. It was like the same
House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. Me, Jean, and Danae, my mom have been waiting for that to come back for months,
so
years,
funny.
it feels like.
That's so funny.
And I don't think they filmed it yet. The way that they ended the season 2, I was like, this is about to get crazy.
That's tragic.
And it's very sad. I'm still waiting on it. It used to come out on Sunday nights, and so me, Jean, and Danae would literally like rush home.
That's so funny.
After Sunday night group.
That's where you went.
And then we would literally watch it, and we would make my mom wait until we got home for her to watch it.
Funny.
And now we can't watch it anymore. We haven't been able to watch it for literally months.
Are you a like reality TV show? Like,
yes.
So Survivor's coming out, and I think we should watch it together. I think you would get so mad. And I think it would be so funny.
I do like the Kardashians, though.
Oh,
it's so basic, but it's so good.
All I'm saying is get ready for those Survivor POVs when that's on.
Survivor POVs?
It's going to get heated.
Also, you'd be really proud of me. I've been watching the Gilmore Girls.
Do you like it?
It's good.
What season are you on?
Season 2.
Too good.
There's so many episodes.
There are.
I wonder how many exactly.
There's like 10 seasons or something like that.
There's 10 seasons. But today I was on like episode 20.
Yeah, there's like 25 episodes in every season.
Heck?
Well, I'm almost done rewatching Full House. And there's like 25 episodes in every season. That's just how shows were back then.
I guess so.
Freaking The Summer I Turned Pretty has 10 episodes. We got to wait a year for the next season. Stupid.
But also the episodes are longer, I feel like.
That's true. They're like an hour episode.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Juicy. All right. Well, this was a good week.
This was a good week.
This was a good topic.
We love you. Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. A good one. That was a good one.
Thanks.
All right. We will see you next Tuesday. Have a good week.
Bye.
POV.